Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. It is 10 o'clock right now, but it looks like we still have a few more people joining, so we're going to give it another minute or so before we get started. All right, everyone, for the sake of time, we are going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining the Community Foundation for our first nonprofit town hall of the year. We will be doing more events like this throughout the year, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. But we're so glad that you could all be here with us this morning. This presentation is being conducted webinar style, which means that all attendees are in listen-only mode. If you do have questions for our team during the presentation, please feel free to enter those in the chat. And though we do have a pretty busy schedule for today, we are recording this webinar and we'll be sending out the recording to this, as well as any Q&As that we receive following the event. So in case you need to drop off early, or if you wanted to share this presentation with a colleague, you'll be able to do so. Now, I would like to welcome our President and CEO, Alicia Dix, to kick things off for us.
Good morning, and thank you. Had a hard time getting to my mute button. Thank you, so many of you, for joining us this morning. I'm hoping everybody was able to enjoy some time off for MLK yesterday, and enjoy some of the great events going on throughout our communities to recognize the work and vision of Martin Luther King. So for many of us, it feels like a double Monday. So I really appreciate so many taking the time with us out of your busy schedules. We have a lot to cover on our agenda, but first I really just want to introduce our team. Many of you have spoken or met with many of our small but powerful team of 15. Just to give you a face and a name, I know many of us still meet via Zoom, but we are trying to get out and about more. It takes this entire team to do the work we do, and we're really proud of the work and proud of each other. So just take a moment, get to know us a little bit, and you'll hear from many of us today on this call. So take the time to get to know us. We're really excited to continue our work. So today we're going to be talking about many different facets of supporting your vision, from fundraising to grants, and how opportunities for MV Gives and other workshops can benefit you, your mission, your organization, your leadership, and those you serve. So we're really excited to kind of cover quite a bit, and hopefully we'll lay out some opportunities for the coming months for this year's partnerships, opportunities to maybe create new giving strategies for your organizations, or collaborations between each other and partnerships for the work we all do. So we're pretty excited to get this started and cover some of these topics. Community Foundation, many of you have heard, are really trying to focus on strategic initiatives all centered around equitable work and processes. But community investment, neighborhood revitalization, our lead-free and healthy homes, workforce development, and community planning are all facets of this strategic work that really help align many of our initiatives. They overlap, they run in concert with each other most times. And we're trying to do better in that comprehensive perspective of dealing with vulnerable populations, dealing with opportunities and innovation, and helping all of us, from our residents, our nonprofit partners, our for-profit partners, and all of those in between, to do better and create a better future. So we just always like to mention some of the other work that we're doing that I know many of you hear about. We talk about it all the time. And any questions on that, you'll be able to ask them via the chat during some of the presentations. But to get us started, we thought we'd ask Joe Wicks to kind of give us the first big update on initiatives. So.
Good morning. Thank you, Alicia. Hope everyone can hear me okay. I am honored to be going first this morning. Not usually my role, but very excited about what we're going to be presenting today. As stated, I am Joe Wicks, and I'm the Community Investment Strategic Manager. And I've been at the Community Foundation for about 5 years. I'm going to take a few minutes of your time and talk about the importance of partnerships and collaboration with our nonprofit partners. There's a lot that goes into neighborhood revitalization, but we are laser focused on a multifaceted strategy that will serve our region. Before I dive in to the good stuff, I want to take a moment and look back and highlight some of the work we've been focused on since 2015. You may remember our lead-free MV team and the coalition, which is now housed at the Home Ownership Center. This program continues to assist families and residents with healthy home solutions. Soon after that, we, along with resident engagement, began to develop the Impact Center concept and explore opportunities in our community that will move that idea forward. And of course, we all remember the unfortunate summer of 2020 when George Floyd was tragically murdered, and the Community Foundation stepped up and made a $10 million equity commitment. Then in 2021, as the pandemic subsided, we began to pursue the Impact Center in more real terms and joined the project with the equity commitment. And finally, I want to highlight last year as we worked with many of our nonprofits and our board to fund multi-project sites that focus on meeting many of the community's needs across the two-county region. Here are some of the projects we funded. We continue to work with our nonprofit partners who are serving neighborhoods in the two counties and providing programming and services for residents. As I stated earlier, the Impact Center project in Cornhill continues to move forward. We were able to meet with and develop a solid design for the West Street location and continue to solidify the James Street building. The architects are currently taking next steps, and we continue to move forward with site assembly. We expect to apply for funding this spring and break ground at the end of this new year. Finally, but not last, or not least, I should say, I want to give a small update about our navigation program. We have always stated that one of our major goals is to provide opportunity for all. We continue to move that objective forward and will soon be hiring a few community navigators or community organizers that will assist residents by connecting them to services and programs that they need. We are working closely with our nonprofit partners to make sure we fully understand the wide variety of services and programs that are offered in our community. Next, I want to introduce Jackie from our systems team. She will help us understand how we're able to fund all these great projects I highlighted. Jackie, you're up.
Thanks, Joe, and good morning, everyone. My name is Jackie Klatzbeck. I'm the Director of Business Systems and Strategy here at the Community Foundation. We're often asked, what exactly is the Community Foundation and what makes all of the great work we do possible? So we wanted to touch on that briefly today. Community foundations are really a unique type of organization. We've been around for more than 100 years, and more than 800 exist in the United States. But you're not likely to see more than one in your community, as community foundations are place-based, meaning each is dedicated to improving the lives of people in very specific geographic areas. Our ultimate goal is to build a permanent endowment so we can meet the needs of the community we serve, not just today, but for many years to come. This unwavering focus allows us to play a key role in identifying and solving community challenges, often by providing partners like you with grant funding and by supporting critical initiatives like those that Joe just described. So how exactly does Community Foundation work? Individuals and organizations contribute donations, which are placed into named funds of various types for various charitable purposes. This ranges from supporting particular fields of interest to scholarships and many, many things in between. Funds are pooled and invested to allow for assets to grow alongside our community's evolving needs over time. To ensure funding is available now and into the future, only a percentage of our endowment is spent in a given year. Our team's knowledge and expertise guides how these dollars are invested in the community for the greatest impact, helping to fulfill the Community Foundation's mission of creating a vibrant region with opportunity for all. And what happens next is what's really incredible. The growing vibrancy of our community helps to inspire even more donors to support the work we all collectively do, allowing the loop to continue on into an infinity and gain even greater momentum. Although slightly different in how each works, opportunities exist to support the work of you, our nonprofit partners, through our many different types of funds. Some funds have open grant rounds. Some funds are directed by advisors who are usually very interested in learning about potential projects they may be willing to support. And some funds exist to help nonprofits administer their own assets in operational funds, all of which you're going to learn more about today, so you can make sure that you're fully leveraging all that a community foundation can do for you. To talk about the funds with grant rounds ahead in 2023 and how we can collaborate for even greater success, I'll now hand it over to Olivia.
Thank you, Jackie, and good morning, everyone. My name is Olivia Paul, and I am the Director of Community Engagement. Today, I will be talking about partnership, collaboration, and granting opportunities from a community investment perspective. First, I'd like to review our 2022 community investment and engagement outcomes, and then dive into our 2023 strategy. Collectively, the Community Foundation staff implemented and executed several initiatives in 2022. In addition to traditional grant rounds and hosting town halls, Mohawk Valley Gives was successfully launched and executed. The Helpful Harvest Fund was established, and the nonprofit survey was completed. Looking back, millions of dollars have been invested in the community through various channels, such as discretionary and field of interest funds, neighborhood revitalization efforts, including impact center commitments, and strategic investments, such as Rome Health and MVCC Center for Leadership Excellence, and others. This past October, we launched an online nonprofit survey to evaluate your needs while learning more about the work you do, the people you serve, and how to best support your organizations. Close to 1,300 nonprofits were invited to participate via email, direct mail, and social media. We received 191 submissions, of which 14 nonprofits were new to the Community Foundation. This survey was intended to be a part of our continuing effort to direct funding where it's most needed and will have the greatest impact. 15 randomly selected organizations were awarded $100 for their participation. That's an additional $1,500 worth of support for our partners, residents, and the communities you serve. While this slide represents just a small sample of nonprofits, the survey captured a pretty representative sample of the 2 counties' nonprofit organizations and the broad range of services and countless community needs you fulfill. Regarding nonprofit size, more than half of the respondents indicated they operate with very little staff. Almost 2/3 have no employees, are volunteer-led, or operate with 1 to 9 employees. Most nonprofit boards range between 6 and 10 members or 11 and 20 members. More than half of the participants indicated their organizations have more board members than employees. As just mentioned, most nonprofits have no staff or limited staff to carry out their work. On a positive note, most organizations consider themselves stable and optimistic about the future, with 73% of respondents indicating they have reliable sources of funding and revenue. Here's a list of the top 5 nonprofit challenges, with fundraising being the #1 challenge, followed by revenue generation and staffing issues. How do we plan on addressing? Well, we heard you. By the end of this presentation, we will provide information and specific tools we consider to be value-added resources and benefits, separate and distinct from traditional grants. Examples include agency funds, educational webinars, capacity building, and back-end support, to name a few. When asked, what is your organization considering in the next 12 to 24 months, the top 3 responses were more collaboration with other organizations, utilization of shared space, and shared staff. We know collaboration is key, and working together to eliminate or minimize duplication of effort and sharing resources can be valuable. I think it's safe to say your priorities align with our initiatives and value-added services, and vice versa. The top 5 community challenges you identified are very much in line with the barriers we intend to address through our initiatives and partnerships. For example, the impact centers will have housing components, retail space, food and grocery options, as well as healthcare options. The services you are most interested in receiving from the Community Foundation range from grant writing to investment services. Again, we have listened and plan to address these needs through education webinars, town halls, site visits, online access to resources such as the neighborhood revitalization effort and a shared nonprofit listing, to name a few. DEI efforts have been at the forefront of many organizations since 2020. Responses to diverse staff, diverse boards, and DEI policies and programs suggest many nonprofits are moving in the right direction. Creating equitable outcomes requires continued efforts in this area across the board. Regarding nonprofit boards' knowledge and experience, you will see the most valued skills on the left. The right reflects what current board members lack. It has been noted, fundraising and development, strategic planning, and marketing and communications are most valued, but are skills that are often lacking. We will address some of these board skills through our educational webinars. As individuals and organizations, you are strongly encouraged to take advantage of the board leadership program being offered by MVCC and the Center for Leadership Excellence. The program offers an engaging virtual training series that develops participants' knowledge and skills to effectively serve on a nonprofit board. Topics include strategic planning, fundraising, and development, to name a few. For more information, you can visit their website at www.clemv.org. www.clemv.org. And to summarize the nonprofit results, let's focus on a few key takeaways. Despite your challenging work, there's a strong sense of optimism. Even more respondents believe their financial position is in a good shape than they are optimistic about the future. Clearly, DEI awareness and commitment to doing better in this regard has taken hold in our nonprofit ecosystem. And collaboration is more and more a value that you recognize as a critical part of long-term success. As we continue to review and analyze the results, they will help guide us in our next steps in the coming year. We will continue to streamline and simplify processes, collaborate through site visits, town halls, and educational webinars to meet your needs. Finally, the survey not only informed us about nonprofit stability and need, but it also indicated areas where we might offer services for facilitating shared services to the potential for establishing agency funds or other types of investment relationships. Even the usual number one need, grant writing, is something that we will continue to explore. So for those of you that attended our town hall last January, we talked about the Unicorn Book. Ultimately, our vision for 2023 is to continue to build epic partnerships with you and our donors to create a vibrant region and opportunity for all. So now, let's discuss our strategic plan for 2023 in more detail. Utilizing the nonprofit survey data and through ongoing feedback and discussions, we will have strategic grant rounds and investments. As an example, we anticipate grant rounds specific to racial and social justice and seniors, to name a few. We will focus on expanding technology and grant reporting upgrades. For example, grant reporting has transitioned to an online reporting format. We will continue to look for ways to interact in an easier format and eliminate cumbersome ways of submitting information. We know collaboration is key. We will have multiple nonprofit and donor-advised fund holder engagement activities throughout the year, both virtual and in-person meetings. And neighborhood revitalization will remain a focus in our 2 counties in 2023. This includes projects planned in Cornhill and others Joe spoke about. And lastly, we will be looking to engage in additional workforce development initiatives. So what can you expect in 2023? Our goal is to be more transparent, giving you an opportunity to plan ahead. There will be more town halls, grant opportunities, both open and targeted, Mohawk Valley Gives, and additional opportunities for greater collaboration through on-site visits, monthly newsletters, educational webinars and workshops, and neighborhood revitalization and workforce development initiatives. Please make note of our upcoming grant rounds in the first quarter. Stay tuned as details are forthcoming and will be listed on our website at the Fundings Opportunities page. If you would like to learn more about the survey, our upcoming grant rounds, or anything else that has been discussed, please contact us through our website or email us at info@foundationhoc.org, info@foundationhoc.org, and we will get back to you. Next, it's time to take a deep breath, stretch at your seat, and have a little fun. It is time for a brain teaser. We will award $100 to the first organization that answers the question on the next slide in the chat box correctly. So on a count of 1, 2, 3, we will move to the next slide. Get your fingers ready to type in the chat box. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. What is the name of the Community Foundation's annual Community Giving Day, launched in 2022? That's Mohawk Valley Gives.
Olivia, it's Kayla. We've got quite a few answers in the chat here, so great job to everyone. It looks like our winner here is Heather Evans.
Congratulations, Heather. Thank you so much for your participation. Congratulations. Now, everyone, thank you for participating. And please stay with us for the next half of our presentation, as we have some exciting news about Mohawk Valley Gives, including highlights from 2022 and 2023 expectations. But first, I will turn it over to Ellie Arnone-Earl, our Development and Fund Holder Engagement Strategist, who will discuss the Fundings Opportunities Catalog and educational workshops.
Thanks, Olivia. My name is Ellie Arnone-Earl, and I am the Development and Fund Holder Engagement Strategist, as Olivia mentioned. I'll be sharing some details about that Funding Opportunities Catalog and our educational workshops. So our team works really closely with our donors, and we often get the question, what do nonprofits need right now? And on the flip side, as you can imagine, in our work with our nonprofits, we are often asked the question, how can I apply for funding for a project or a program? Being asked these questions has led us to the creation of what we call our Funding Opportunities Catalog. This catalog was developed as a resource for nonprofits to share their programs and projects and other needs with donors who might be interested in supporting the work of local nonprofit agencies. But how does it all work? So by visiting our website and foundationhoc.org/catalog submission, you can share your projects and program needs that are under $2,500. Our team will review your submissions and contact you if we have any questions or need more information. Once added to that catalog, your opportunity will remain on our website for 90 days for our donors to view and hopefully support. If your opportunity is not funded, we really say don't get discouraged, because you can keep applying as many times as you want for that, or for any other opportunity that you might have. And we continue to seek submissions on a really regular basis. So, constantly look at your email for reminders or on our website for more details about that Funding Opportunities Catalog submissions. Right now, we are only sharing the catalog with our foundation donor advised fund holders, which is a great number of people. But our ultimate goal is to actually roll this out to the public as a community-wide resource available for anyone that might be able to or is interested in supporting nonprofit needs. And another thing we want you to keep in mind about this is that this is just an additional resource for you to share your organizational needs. So we still want you to submit applications for our other grant rounds, which Olivia just discussed. And we know that some of you have already begun to share those funding opportunities, and thank you. And we encourage you to continue to share more. And if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, we really want you to do that. And so we hope to see those projects and programs added to that catalog really soon. As you know, each year we hold a series of educational workshops and webinars that cover a wide range of topics that are really timely and supportive of the work that you do as nonprofits. This year, we're really excited to be able to bring back interactive sessions, both in person and on Zoom. And we'll be bringing in experts in the field that will be available to answer your questions and have conversations. Your responses to the nonprofit survey that Olivia shared really informed the topics that we're going to be discussed this year, including things like best practices, financial best practices, social media communications, fundraising, and so many more topics. These monthly seminars are going to kick off in February, which is coming really soon. And you're going to find out more details about those really soon. So keep an eye out for this schedule. The topics and registration will be on our website, on social media, and certainly in upcoming email communications. And now I want to introduce Erica Eastman, who will be giving you a preview of one of this spring's webinar or seminars on nonprofit agency funds.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Ellie. I am Erica Eastman. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the Community Foundation. And today I'm going to highlight how our team can help your organization with your administrative tasks like gift administration, asset management, and investment management. As Olivia mentioned, we learned from the nonprofit survey responses that the top 3 challenges reported by our nonprofits are fundraising, revenue generation, and staffing. You also heard from Jackie earlier that a key role that community foundations play is in identifying and solving community problems. This is no different. The Community Foundation can be part of the solution here. Our work in supporting nonprofits has evolved over time. And our commitment to partnership expands beyond just financial assistance. We have several tools available to support your organization's work and really enable you to focus more on your mission. You may already know that the Community Foundation offers a variety of fund types to support donors with their charitable giving and to connect our fund holders with our area nonprofits. What you may not know is that we also have fund types available specifically designed to support our nonprofits. Our nonprofit agency funds give our nonprofits access to our gift administration services. We can accept deposits from the organization itself. We can accept donor contributions on your behalf. And our gift acceptance program includes our stock gift acceptance program. In fact, we've helped organizations accept and deposit stock gifts that were in their original paper stock certificate form. When it comes to gift administration, we handle all of the administrative aspects of receiving gifts, and this comes with the added benefit of the efficiencies and internal controls like dual control, segregation of duties, all provided by our organization. Under our planned giving services, we can help your donors establish a charitable gift annuity where the remainder of the fund benefits your organization directly. And nonprofit agency funds over $25,000 have access to all of the Community Foundation's investment pools. This is where we can help you with revenue generation and growth. You get the investment expertise provided by our investment consultant and our investment advisory group, and we take care of the investment management and administrative oversight. We're really excited about our newest feature of our nonprofit agency funds, and that is our fund families. From my past experience in working in higher education and other nonprofits, I know that our finance teams like the simplicity of organizing funds in separate accounts for ease of reporting, accounting, and tracking. The use of fund families accomplishes just that. Separate funds for things like general support, capital projects, special programs, you name it, while enjoying all of the benefits and services that the Community Foundation offers. More importantly, by organizing funds into fund families, it makes it even easier to unlock the discounted rates available once you reach a certain threshold. We think this is a really nice feature to complement and recognize the entire agency fund relationship. The balances in your nonprofit agency fund are accessible at any time with distributions directly to the organization as needed. You can open a new fund with just $500, and once again, funds over $25,000 can be invested in one of our investment pools. I'm going to let Nick handle more of the specifics, but just know that we're here to support you through the challenges that you're facing. If you're looking for support with gift acceptance and managing your financial assets and investments, we can provide the expertise and the structure to help. And now I would like to introduce Nick Grimmer, our Director of Giving Strategies.
Thanks, Erica. Hello, everybody. I won't take too much more time because Erica really did describe that platform and its effectiveness to build out your fundraising programs very easily. But I did want to emphasize one or 2 points. I think based on the survey results that you saw projected on the screen a little bit earlier, we all know that fundraising is always an area for improvement at any nonprofit, especially knowing behaviors of how donors are changing, how they do their giving. And honestly, some of the more complicated tax efficient ways that should benefit their financial situation at the same time as promoting their philanthropy. So as Erica put it, we do believe, and this has been tried and tested for many years, there is a very turnkey platform available through the Community Foundation that does promote a holistic relationship between our organization and yours, where we can be your backbone to help you bring in extra dollars in a very streamlined, tax efficient, safe and secure way, giving your donors the confidence that your organization and your leadership are focusing on the areas of your mission that they're giving towards. Outsource those back office administrative burdens to the Community Foundation, which is what we're here for. And then again, focus on enhancing your mission and then increasing your visibility to hope to attract additional donors. So just again, very briefly, Erica already talked about the stock gift acceptance. I know 2022 wasn't the best year for the market. I think we can all agree on that. However, we have just come off of a stretch of several years where we've seen some excellent returns. We have a lot of donors in our community with some very highly appreciated assets. They should look at gifting. There's some huge tax incentives to giving from a portfolio that does have some growth over time. If you're not talking to your donors about these things or you don't have that capability, please reach out, because we have a way you can turn in. If push came to shove, we could have one of these funds set up for you by lunchtime today, and I'm not exaggerating. So think about the foundation not just as a place where you go and ask for grant support. Those programs have already been discussed, and those programs you should be focusing on and taking advantage of, excuse me. But you should also look at us at a partnership level as well, between, again, those streamlined gift acceptance platforms with stock, charitable gift annuities. And some of you are probably aware that there was a big legislative change in December that actually will now allow your donors to give from their retirement plan to create a charitable gift annuity, which is a huge game changer for donors, hugely beneficial for them and also beneficial for the nonprofit, because it's an irrevocable gift. It will be locked up forever. And once that donor is no longer able to take those annuity payments, the corpus goes to your organization. So it's a blended gift, a current gift for the donor and then a planned gift all in one. And again, it's all part of that package that we promote and offer, and you don't have to build it yourself. So that's really the message we want you to leave here. Before you start going out on your own, please come talk to us. There's a lot of opportunities. And again, Erica and her team have those fiduciary controls in place, which any volunteer board should be very, very familiar and aware of, something that they want to be taking the best measures to make sure they're safe and secure. So again, without going too much longer, I think you get the point, but please look at us as not just a funder. There's a huge part of this organization that is here to support your capacity and help build out these fundraising programs and get you closer to where you need to be. So reach out. We're here. We can give you a little synopsis of what we can offer, how it works, and how it affects you. And again, we're very happy to do that. So again, on to more fun things with Kayla next. A lot of you had participated last year. I hope a lot more come into this program this year. And I was really happy to see all the folks jumping in to answer the trivia question so quickly, because obviously that name brand recognition is out there. But I'm going to hand it over to Kayla to talk about a couple more things, but primarily Mohawk Valley Gives, which is a program I know, speaking for our board and our staff, we're very excited about. So Kayla, on to you.
Thank you so much, Nick. And hello again to everyone. My name is Kayla Ellis, and I'm the Business Communications Manager at the Community Foundation. I work alongside my awesome teammate, Tiffany Thomason, who is our Public Relations Coordinator. Our job is to tell the story of the foundation, its work, and its partnerships in the community, partnerships with organizations just like yours. So today I'm going to be covering two pieces that you can see here. So I'll be talking about shared knowledge, and then I'll be talking about a very impactful event that we held for the first time last year, Mohawk Valley Gives. So let's jump into that first. I can't tell you how happy it makes me that so many of you, went into the chat and knew the name of Mohawk Valley Gives. It really shows that our work has paid off, and that this is a really, really recognizable event. So for those of you that aren't familiar, this was a 24-hour day of giving that took place on September 20th of last year. So it was the very first year that we kicked this off. And I'd like to talk about some of the key stats from the 2022 event. So all in all, we had more than $630,000 that was raised. We had 137 organizations that participated. Those organizations all throughout Herkimer and Oneida counties. We had more than 1,700 unique donors that made more than 2,700 donations. We really think that these results are, a really amazing outcome to the first year of an event like this. So we're really excited to see what the next year brings this year. So in terms of nonprofit participation, we saw participants from all different cause areas, which are shown on this pie chart here. Human services, arts and culture, and education made up the top three by number of participating organizations. And as you can see here, the amount raised by organizations ranged from $250 to over $50,000 and everywhere in between. This is probably one of my favorite stats that I make sure to mention all the time, is that 100% of the participating organizations, so all 137 organizations, did receive a donation on the giving day. Now let's talk a little bit about prizes and matches and challenges. There was a total of 27 prize categories for nonprofits to win. So 93 prizes in total were awarded, and that totaled over $31,000. 65 participants received one or more prizes on the giving day. We hope to see those prizes even bigger and better for this year. As far as matches and challenges go, 47 matches and challenges were established, benefiting 35 participants. And 72% of those matches and challenges met or exceeded their fundraising goal, ultimately yielding $90,000 in matched dollars or challenge earnings. All of the statistics that I just mentioned and many more will be featured in a results report that will be distributed this month. So keep an eye out on your mailbox, your inbox, and social media for this, because we will be putting it out very, very soon, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. With all of that, we are pleased to announce that Mohawk Valley Gives will take place for its second year on Wednesday, September 20th. So it'll be the same date, September 20th, 2023. Nonprofit registration is set to begin sometime in May, and we will be communicating dates and deadlines very, very soon. One thing I do want to mention, this year we really hope to ramp up our trainings for MV Gives, build out even more the resources that we can provide to the nonprofits. I think last year we saw a little bit of a drop in the number of organizations participating, just because they didn't have the manpower to put the campaign on. So as Olivia mentioned earlier, a lot of organizations have, they're either volunteer led, they have, only a couple employees, but that shouldn't mean that your organization can't participate in MV Gives. So that we're going to make that really one of our top goals this year, is to provide the support needed so that any organization can participate. So like I said, we're going to be communicating more of those deadlines very, very soon. Some of those in our nonprofit monthly e-newsletter, which we will talk about next. So one thing we are really excited for this year is the launch of our new e-newsletter for nonprofits. You should have seen the first one went out last week, I believe Thursday or Friday. We've found that a lot of times we have lots of news for our partners, but we can't always convene in a format like this on Zoom all the time. So this led us to create a monthly e-newsletter that will keep partners like you updated on our events, our grant rounds, our foundation news, MV Gives dates, and more. We hope that this newsletter will help us share a lot of pertinent information in a short format, easy to digest email. So be on the lookout for this in February. This will go out to the email address that we have on file for your organization and its representatives. So if you didn't receive the one last week and you want to be on that mailing list, please feel free to email us. The email address is on the screen here, info@foundationhoc.org, so that we can make sure that you get these on a monthly basis. Now let's keep in touch. So if you receive support from the Community Foundation in any way, we want to help you spread the word. On our website, we do have a marketing and communications page where we've put together a simple, almost fill in the blank style press release template that you can use to share the great news about our partnership. Our team would be happy to help curate a quote for press releases like this. Also social media. So there are a few different ways we can assist you with social media. We'd love to, if you received funding from us or you have, a successful project, we would love to share that. Or even, an event or program coming up that you want to just spread the word about. We always like to share what our partners are doing. And so we would be happy to do that. The last thing I'll mention here is photo opportunities. So we love to photograph our investments and the work that you're doing. Sometimes these photos take the form of your typical big check photo, and other times we get the chance to photograph our investment at work during a program or activity that we helped to fund. So if these opportunities do present themselves, we would love to partner and then help use those photos, share those photos with you so that we can both share your success story. So the bottom line here is just to keep in touch. If you do receive funding from the Community Foundation, our marketing, me and Tiffany, our team would love to coordinate with you and help to spread the word in whatever form that may take. Now we've reached the end of our presentation portion, and I'd like to welcome Olivia back to just wrap things up for us.
Yes, thank you so much, Kayla. So we are really excited for the new year, and we hope you are too. We appreciate your attendance and participation and partnership as we continue to create a vibrant region with opportunity for all. Be sure to visit our website often for news and updates. And for those of you that submitted questions, responses will be sent to all registrants, including the recording of this town hall. Thank you for your time and enjoy the remainder of your day.
And just to answer the one question we did get in the chat about the presentation, yes, we will be sending copies of these slides as well as the recording to this presentation, probably sometime this afternoon. So thank you so much, everyone.